Alright troops, it's your man Chris Scullion from Tyrell Hack with another First Play video, and today we're looking at Lumo on Nintendo Switch. Now, I've already played Lumo on the PlayStation 4 a wee while back, but that was quite a while, maybe even as much as a year ago, so I've played that much since then that I've kind of forgotten bits of it, so we could kind of go back to it. Obviously, as you can tell, this is very heavily influenced by old games from the ZX Spectrum and Commodore 64 days. There's a lot of good kind of isometric kind of puzzle adventure games back then, stuff like Head Over Heels and the Batman game and stuff like that, and that's what this is kind of based on roughly. So it's the kind of modern equivalent of those. It's still a kind of isometric type puzzle, but obviously looking significantly better, you would hope. Pro Gamer always checks the options. Accomplishments, instead of achievements. Let's do adventure just for now. Green going. And you can test how your controller works. Yeah, that's confusing. Let's just go with the up and down. That's the fella. That's exactly what I want. For those thinking what's the point in that, this one is more the way the controls worked back in the day. So if you were the type who played those old Spectrum or C64 games, that's a more faithful, authentic version of the controls, but this is just more better suited to modern gaming, so I'd go with that. Just so you know, Right, Lumo, let's go for it. I love that. I know that looks daft, like that animation, but trust me, that this kid is really not really part of the game in a massive way. So there's an open day, some sort of games code in open day. And that's me in Lumo Town. So here we go. Yeah, these kind of old school games on the old computers from back in the day, Spectrum, the C64, the idea was that because of the limitations of the system, they can only present you with a series of individual rooms, so that's what this is like. It's a bunch of static rooms. I think they scroll later on, if I remember. Oh yeah, like here. They didn't scroll like this back in the day, but this is just more modern on it. And yeah, so the idea is to kind of figure out what to do next by solving the puzzles. If I do this, there's not much of a jump yet. Let's see if I can. Something I can't reach yet, again because I can't jump. And obviously it's starting quite basic, just to get used to the movement and stuff. It's like, at this point you may be thinking, what's the big deal, this doesn't look that not impressive, it looks really cool, but it doesn't probably look that difficult just now. But it's one of these, it's kind of like almost like a Metroidvania type game in which as you play, you unlock new abilities which then unlock different areas, and obviously that then produces more complicated puzzles. Like so. There you go. Well, let's go back up again when I stand on it. Yes, there we go. There's our first power up. And now I can jump higher, and that lets me go back and get that book that was in the earlier room. It also changes that room. I can get these ducks as well. Those ducks, they're kind of collectibles, but I'm pretty sure I'd die just now if I try to get that. For jumping here as well, I just can't remember what. Never mind. Now, is it here? I think there's a hidden thing in one of these levels. There we go. There's all these kind of hidden tapes as well that you need to try and figure out where they are as well. There's loads of kind of secret hiding places. And there's my book. Now I can also now go back here because there was a bit here I couldn't get to before because I couldn't jump, and now I can jump among like the best of them. So let's do it. I'm assuming JR is a reference to John Rittman, who did Head Over Heels. Can't remember off the top of my head who BD would be, but Head Over Heels is one of the big isometric games. Oh. It kills me. Okay, noted. There's my map. Will become more useful later on, although I don't actually have a map yet by the looks of it. Fancy box. script here. Can't get back up. That box isn't doing anything I can tell. Surely it's too far for me to jump. There we go. I've picked it up somehow. That was strange. And then how do I drop it? I've taken that block and I don't know where to... Oh, there we go. You can't move it from room to room. Noted. There we go. I'll need to come back there with another ability. That's saying, because it's a kind of puzzle game, obviously, so you need to kind of try and figure out what's going where. Take this back. Okay, let's go back to from whence I came, if I can. Right, now I'd like that, please. There we go. And that's part of my map, so now I can more easily see where I'm going. Remember this bit.
Hold my hand very tightly, very tightly, very tightly. Hold my hand very tightly. Hold my hand tight, snuggle up in.
Such a weird game. Oh no, Toaster killed me.
Tell me that you be. Kiss my cheek and snuggle up close to me, 'cause sugar honey, I love you. When I met you on a rainy Tuesday, invited you around.
So I've got a spanner now. There's another hidden tape. Looked like it was a wall, but it wasn't. There we go, I can use a spanner here. And that starts that room going, the room I couldn't get into before. Well, the room I was in before but I couldn't figure out how to navigate it. Ach, what an idiot. Here we go. and now it's moving. So yeah, that's Lumo. At the time of recording this, is not yet out on Switch, but it'll be out very soon, if not this Thursday, maybe the Thursday after. But yeah, I like it. I played through it all when it was on PS4, and I'm happy to play through it again on Switch, because it looks like they've done a really good job with it. I mean, to be fair, it isn't the most visually taxing game ever made. You can tell by looking at it. It's kind of obviously inspired by those older games, and while obviously it looks significantly better than those, you can tell that it's probably not pushing the Switch to its very limit, so it's managed to make a really faithful rendition of what the PS4 game looked like, albeit obviously presumably the PS4 later added pro functionality and stuff, I would imagine, for 4K, but at the very least it looks the part. You can tell by the video it looks fine, and yeah, it's a fun wee game. It's a fun kind of puzzle game, especially if you remember those old days of the kind of isometric 3D puzzle games. If you do, then this is just like those. It's kind of like a modern version of them. And if you don't, this is as good a place to start as any. Yeah, I appreciate I'm talking about this one as if I've played it with this, because this is one of the few first plays I've done so far where it's a game I actually have played before in its entirety, and I'm just playing this port now to see how it holds up. And the answer so far is it holds up very well. So yeah, that is Lumo. Keep an eye on the site for the full review at some point, along with information on when it's going to be released. And yeah, keep checking tireoldhack.com for more gaming related shenanigans. Do the usual YouTube like and subscribe stuff that you're supposed to do, and until then I will catch you on the flip flop with another game very soon. So cheers for watching, guys. Bye bye.